the sexuality and sexual abuse of narcissists. Um, they approach sexuality the same way that they approach anything else. It's about glorifying them, and it's about taking your power away from you and giving it to them, making you their slave. Narcissists can sometimes be, pedophiles, child molesters, and it's just about taking the energy or the spirit of children and taking it for themselves. Whenever you think narcissist, you have to think vampirism. It's vampiric at its core, and it's also been suggested, narcissistic families or narcissists have a higher propensity towards incestual relationships. Well, who's better to make love to than a relative, because they're like me, and, narcissists are in love with themselves. So that makes sense also. Just generally, children are a good supply, narcissistic supply, either sexually or non-sexually, for the narcissist, because they're not capable of taking care of themselves. And what the narcissist wants is somebody that constantly gives them praise, constantly gives them attention, constantly needs them. Narcissists need to feel needed. And this is the same reason that children of narcissistic parents, the narcissist will attempt to keep them in a permanent state of childhood, to keep them, because children are the best supply, narcissistic supply, for the reasons I mentioned above. So narcissistic sexuality is very much about feeding their own ego, their own sense of their grandiose opinion or view of themselves, and it's not really about pleasing you, unless pleasing you is part of how they prove to themselves how great they are. Yep, that's an overview of narcissistic sexuality and sexual abuse. Narcissism is the search for a garbage can or a toilet. The fears, the insecurities, the unhappiness of people is searching for a place to be dumped off. This is the role that the victims play. The victims of abuse become garbage cans for the narcissist, for the flying monkeys, anybody who joins in this narcissistic view of thinking. And the narcissistic abuse survivor becomes a garbage can for everybody's unwanted feelings, unwanted doubts, insecurities about themselves, frustrations, lack of fulfillment, lack of happiness. They take all this negative energy and dark energy and they dump it on somebody who is either willing to receive it or can't do anything about it. And this is the same reason that predators go after children. It's because the children are more vulnerable, less able to do anything about the abuse. So that the predator thinks that they can get away with it more easily, and they're probably right to an extent. So that's why narcissism is the search for a garbage can. Advanced Narc defense tactic. Diffusing induced anger. Hot water. Drink plain hot water. Drinking plain hot water calms your central nervous system. Makes you feel relaxed. Why hot water? Just plain. Why not tea or coffee? It's neutral. If you drink tea or coffee, it's like you're tilting into one particular direction or another. with hot water, it calms you, but also it's neutral, leaving you with a clear mind and an objective thinking perspective, not favoring one thing or another. I think I might have some right now. That's good hot water. Tastes like water, except warmer. Now I feel calmer. I'm ready. I got out of my anger reaction. Now I can begin being objective, neutral, and clear-minded. The Narc's obsession with giving advice or guidance or trying to steer you in a moralistic sense. The Narc wants you to do bad things. The Narc will punish you for good qualities. There's a lot of reasons for that. First of all, they're jealous of you. They don't like your good qualities. They'll punish you for having good qualities because they want to discourage you from doing good things because it makes them look bad. They'll encourage you to do bad things. They'll try to get you to do bad things by provoking you so that it will make them look good by comparison. It's all about how they look and how they are perceived. They want to be perceived in a positive light at all times. They don't really care about things. They will guilt trip you and make you feel bad about things you've done, but it's not because they really care about things. It's because they don't want you to feel good about yourself. But they pretend to feel what you're feeling. They pretend like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have done that. That was so bad. But really, they're trying to provoke you. They're trying to make you feel bad. They don't really care, actually, about the person or the people involved or anything like that. They don't actually care. They want you to feel like they care so that you will think that you are dealing with somebody who's really trying to do the right thing in the world, but they're always trying to not do the right thing. They don't want to have anything to do with goodness. Goodness is their enemy. So they're trying to steer you in the wrong direction to make you do things that are stupid to make themselves look good. That's what their advice and their coaching and their teaching and their help is all about. It's about getting you to take the second place so that they can take first place. It has nothing to do with helping you or helping anyone or being good or doing the right thing. The journey into the now, the end of doership, short-circuiting the Narc system. When you get into the now more and more, the sense of self-consciousness about actions ends. Without guilt, hesitation, or even a sense of doership, there's nothing for the Narc to grab onto. This short circuits the Narc system and leaves them scrambling in the desperation of their own mental prisons. The Below this video, I will include some of the guided meditations by Paul Santisi that have helped me get fully into the now and beyond a sense of self-consciousness, beyond the endless cycle of guilt around doership, actions, selfhood, past, present, and future. Good luck. Much love. The Narc's biggest fear is that they are everything that they accuse the supply of being. Are they correct? Is their fear justified? Yes. Remember, everything they do is projection. They imagine that they know your thought process. They imagine that they know your motivations. They think every time you care about something, it's because you just want attention. Because that's how they are. Deep down, they harbor this fear that they are everything that they accuse the supply of being. That they are everything that they think of their enemy, which is their friend, the supply, as being. They are correct. They are everything that they project others to be.